Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for July 8th. Currently looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This particular pair moved much lower today. Biased is down to the downside, moving down. Currently looking for this pair to move potentially as high as 95.56, possibly as low as 91.02. Look for some resistance around 93.82 and look for some support around 91.78 in this particular pair. Now switching to the Euro-USD pair, this pair moved lower, closed lower, moving sideways, biased to sideways still. Look for this pair to move potentially as high as 140.38, possibly as low as 137.41. Look for some resistance around 139.02 and look for some support around 138.22. Now let's take a look at the pound US dollar pair. This pair moved lower, closed lower, is moving lower and has a bias to the downside. Look for it to go potentially as high as 162.59 if we get a reversal, and possibly as low as 158.62. Look for some resistance around 161.05 and look for some support around 159.79 in this particular pair. Now looking at the US Swiss, this pair closed up, is moving sideways, biased to sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 110.21, possibly as low as 107.95. Look for some resistance around 10958 and look for some support around 10862 in this particular pair. Now we have the pound releasing their rate decision tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus is they're going to hold at 0.50%. We also have the Canadian dollar releasing their housing starts for June at 8:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus is things have actually improved from 128.4% to 130, not percent, K, sorry. To 130K. So we could see an improvement which could help the Canadian dollar overall. Now what am I looking for during this next session? Of course the pound, I'm looking for it to continue to move lower to kind of hit some of the areas, resistance areas. We do have a swing trade that occurred in the euro, looking for a breakout, basically looking for that breakout to tag this low where support should come into play. So the distance between this session and this session's low where the support is with the trend line from our swing trade is where we should get somewhere between 60 and 80 pips out of this particular move if it moves down to that point, and I can definitely see it doing that. However, we do have some previous consolidation that did occur in the same area, so be aware of that. But I think if you wait for the break at the trend line, that we should be past all of that. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.